At some of the most influential points in their lives, young athletes place their identities in sports. So what happens when you love competing, but you're not good enough to play at the next level? What happens when your devotion to a sport starts to harm your family life? What happens when scholarships and financial pressures begin to cloud your genuine love for a sport? Every athlete has some driving factor that pushes them to want to succeed. We know this, yet the world's definition of success often clashes with the realities each athlete, each family, and each community experience. I come from a big sports family, and through this, I've noticed many gaps in America's sports industry that affect young athletes and their families. To truly support these individuals, we need to reframe the meaning of success, shifting the focus from earning scholarships and elevating performance to valuing personal growth and the actual enjoyment of sports. Now, success looks different in different contexts, and it's the easiest to identify at the broadest level. It's no secret the American sports industry brings in big money. This past Super Bowl, for example, brought in over $1 billion. And though it may surprise you, college sports bring in similar numbers. Obviously, popularity varies depending on the sport, but college sports as a whole make billions of dollars per year. And student athletes benefit from this revenue. Many of them receive scholarships, but just a few years ago, the NCAA took this a step further. Players could now opt into what are called NIL deals, which is money earned separate from scholarships, centered around branding. So you perform and you earn a check. Caitlin Clark here, for example, signed a multi-million-dollar contract with State Farm. But most college athletes aren't popular enough to represent companies as big as State Farm. You'd be surprised, though, by the role small businesses and donors play in supporting their local teams through NIL. And this cash flow coming in raises the stakes for college coaches who want to win championships. They can now recruit with the promise of guaranteed money. My brother Max, who plays football at Penn State and earns money through NIL, sees this industry as a pie. Now, everyone wants their slice of this money pie, from the schools, the businesses investing in it, and the athletes themselves. So as monies roll and the college sports industry has skyrocketed, the meaning of motivation has shifted for student athletes. Success is less team-oriented and more individually driven. Players are now jumping teams to suit their best financial interests, leaving their education, the whole point of college, as a mere afterthought. So, at the college sports level, success must be shifted from monetary value to high-level performance and education. Let's shift gears from college-level athletics to youth level. I want to place you in the shoes of a parent. So you see this industry has a promising element for your kids. Sports have the promise to pay for education and now potentially pay extra money to athletes. So what do you do if you see a promising industry that could pave the way for your child's future? You invest. Now, in theory, every kid has the opportunity to go out for sports in schools. But if you're a parent, you want your child to excel. Your kid's on the swimming team, but is he a top swimmer? Putting him on a competitive team provides a year-round opportunity for him to stay consistent and set himself apart from the swimmers at school. Now again, every sport is different, but the consensus is if a parent is paying extra money to better their kid's athletic ability, chances are they'll see better results. And parents are paying thousands of dollars, some per month, to put their kids through competitive sports. This isn't realistic for the majority of families across America, but even for families who can't afford it, it's not easy. Financial and time commitments can easily harm family dynamics. Many of you could probably relate to the Dad yelling at you after a rough soccer game feeling I experienced as a kid. In the moment, it sucks, but now seeing what parents do to support their kids through competitive sports, I get it. My dad used to play linebacker professionally, and as a father, he just wanted us to experience the same success he once had. It's normal for parents to feel passion for what their kids are passionate about, but it's when expectations aren't met and voices are raised that relationships can be harmed. So, on this journey to succeed at the youth level, families carry financial and relational weight. But the heaviest of expectations lay on the athletes themselves. College, money, and parents are putting young athletes in a pressure cooker. This comes from every direction, from their coaches to win games, from their parents to earn scholarships, and from themselves to perform well. The desire to succeed, once a passion, becomes a burden. My oldest brother, Life, used to want to play Division I basketball more than anything in the world. He even switched schools halfway through high school to play on a better team. And he'd wake up very early to first work out, then drive an hour away to school every day for 2 years. And while his hard work was admirable, Life neglected many important parts of his life in the process, like resting and socializing. Without realizing it, he'd spiraled into physical and mental burnout. Life's desire to achieve his dreams, Life wanted to achieve his dreams more than anything, but his dreams ended up overshadowing his physical and mental needs in the moment. It's easy for young athletes to view success as transactional. If they score enough points in a game, if their team wins the championship, or if they receive their first Division I offer, then they'll have succeeded. But this definition of success often drives athletes away from their genuine love of the sport and into burnout. So, growing financial incentives, parental pressures, and personal goals consume athletes in the name of success. In pursuit of it, they sacrifice academic, financial, and emotional wellness. But what if we were to invite wellness into our definitions of success? Let me ask you, what if it were okay to love a sport without wanting to play at the next level? How can we prioritize our families above our sports? How can we make it okay to quit a sport we don't love anymore? By asking questions that consider the wellness of athletes, we can prioritize them above their sports. And in this new defining of success, it's only then can today's athletes truly start winning. Thank you.